excited to have you guys here for the GR Giving Day, first ever GR Giving Day podcast as well as day. So I'm excited to have you guys. So welcome. And I want to go around the room first and just give you guys, have you guys introduce yourself, where you're from, and your name. And then also, from as in, I think there's some that are volunteers here as well. So where you're from, your day job, as well as your organization, your nonprofit you're supporting. So why don't we start here and then go this way?
Absolutely. Drew Veach. I'm from BizStream. We are a web development and digital agency out of Allendale, and heavily supporting MCWT and their entire endeavor, and been friends with these guys for years, and just happy to support it and happy to support women and young girls in technology.
I'm Karen Rasche, and from the Grand Rapids area, I work with the Michigan Council of Women in Technology. I am a part-time employee that supports and works with the volunteer team here in West Michigan or the Grand Rapids area.
Awesome.
And I'm Rob Geer. I'm with Ronstadt Digital by day, where we do IT solutions for companies. And then I'm also a volunteer here in the West Michigan area for Michigan Council of Women in Tech.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad you guys could join us where we could talk about the Michigan Council of Women in Tech. And that's a pretty exciting thing. So if someone wouldn't mind jumping in and sharing a little bit about MCWT, that would be great for our listeners. So would you want to take a stab?
Sounds great. And I think Rob and Drew can definitely add to it from the volunteer and coordination perspective. So the Michigan Council of Women in Technology's primary focus is to make Michigan the #1 state for women and girls in technology. And we aspire to do that through our programming. We have what's called a life cycle approach. We start with girls in elementary school. We have Girl Scout programming. We follow them through middle school and high school with camps and school clubs and one-day summits for them. And then we follow them into their university or college career if they're following an IT path. We offer scholarships and mentors. And then Rob and Drew can probably speak to the career component. They do a lot of the planning and event coordination and ideas for our career and leadership component.
That is so cool. That is awesome. You guys have anything to add to what she just said?
No, she covered it pretty
Covered
well.
it pretty well.
Covers it pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty
nice.
good.
So what does that look like? I mean, share with me a little bit more details about the program. If you said different ages, age ranges, but what does it look like? You said it's a camp at some points, and that there's different ways they can engage. How does that look?
Yes. So we start out with girls at a very young age to help them realize their potential and let them see if technology or IT is an industry or an aspiration or something that they're comfortable with. We found that a lot of times as they are in the elementary and they're in their STEM classes, they are comfortable with it. But then when you head into middle school and high school and you look at those tech classes, you don't see many girls in a lot of that programming. So we try to provide these all-girl environments in after-school clubs. We have a couple of them here in the local Grand Rapids area. And then we also offer a day where they get to go away to kind of like a conference style where they learn about different robotics and coding opportunities, learn about careers for our high schoolers. And then we also offer camps in the summertime. We've had one out here traditionally at Davenport for the last 12 years. And that's how I got connected with MCWT. Another amazing thing is that as these girls are discovering their comfort level, we're starting to see more girls in the high school. They feel more comfortable standing up and saying, I can do this.
That's really cool. That's awesome. How many have gone through, or how many women have gone through the program?
Oh, goodness.
Hundreds of women.
Yeah, it's got to be hundreds.
That's really cool.
Some of the events we have, they'll have 40 or 50 girls at these events. The camps
Yes.
are at least 30 to 40.
Wow.
Our camps have been, we do them in cohorts of 5th and 6th grade together, 7th and 8th grade together, and then high school. And we typically can hold, our location that we use typically can hold 24 girls at each grade level. So we have anywhere from 40 to 65 girls participating in the summertime. We focused primarily the last year on the middle school and working on building our high school programming.
Nice. Is that the youngest age then, middle school?
No, so we actually have a Girl Scout program that is available for Girl Scouts and non-Girl Scouts that starts as young as second grade.
man, I'm taking notes because my daughter's 5 right now. I think that's a little too young, but
No, it's not.
It's
No.
not. It's not.
It's not.
Perfect age.
That's perfect age, 5. Oh man, she's got to get into this. That's really cool. And what is you guys' role within the like? How have you volunteered?
Well, I got involved at least 10 years ago when we came to the Grand Rapids area, and one of the reasons I got involved was I have a daughter, and she was in scouting, and I remember going to one of her award ceremonies, and they were handing out cooking badges and sewing badges, and I'm like, where's the engineering?
Yeah, where's the
badges?
tech?
Where's the tech badges?
Yeah.
Why is this so different than my son in Boy Scouts? And it was really frustrating. So when they were here and we had started having these scout programs, it was so exciting to see the Girl Scouts getting involved and having badges. They could do coding, they could do social media training, they could do a variety of events, and it had an impact. And then my daughter ended up doing one of the week-long camps as well over the summer, and she loved it.
Yeah, nice. What did she end up doing during that camp?
They built robots, coded them, taught them to walk around the room. They developed a website.
Wow, that is super cool. Yeah. That's awesome. Really cool.
A lot of neat activities, really. And in my perspective is a little bit different too. On top of that, it's all about building your network. Not my network, but helping young women and women really in the tech industry to become mentors to the next generation, if you will. And being an advocate of networking and building that base of people that you know, that you trust, and you can build your tech career within that. It's all about knowing somebody and being friends with people and just building that base of people that you know.
Making them aware too that there's a lot of careers in tech. You know, a tech career is not sitting behind your computer typing all day long. Hey, if you like art, you can go into graphic design. You like to boss people around? Hey, you could be a project manager. I mean, there are so many different routes to go that are tech careers, and they don't realize
I think
it.
my 5-year-old will do the project management route. Yeah. Oh, that's really cool. That's awesome. And how long have you guys been going strong?
In the Grand Rapids area, Rob, you can speak to that because you pretty much started.
You know, it's been at least 10 years. I remember meeting them in Lansing and volunteering and getting involved in Lansing and said, we need this in Grand Rapids. So after a few conversations and talking to them, we had a dinner here to see if there was any interest, and we filled the room.
Wow.
We had over 80 people show up and kicked off and been going strong ever since.
Is that how many volunteers are in the Grand Rapids area? Like over 80?
Oh, probably at least. I mean, we have a long list.
Wow.
I'd say we're closer to 100 plus.
Yeah,
And
I
always
think
looking
it's
for more, and people are always jumping in. Wow.
That is really cool. How do they get it? How do you get involved? If you wanted to get involved, how do you get involved?
So we have quite a few opportunities. There's the volunteering in the K-12 realm. We also have at the university level. One of the main benefits to getting our scholarship, which the scholarship window is open right now, and it is a renewable one that you can apply for every year. But along with that, they get a mentor. So we partner them up with somebody to kind of help guide them through that process. And it's not just heading into that career route, or it's helping you learn how to be successful in your college career. One girl told me at a university dinner that her mentor helped her with life skills. She said, I had never cooked for myself before, and I was going to the grocery store and spending way more money than I needed to. So it's those types of opportunities. We also, our sponsors, we have a lot of huge companies that help sponsor our organization. And they get access to internship opportunities. We have a private page where our scholarship recipients get to see those opportunities firsthand. And a lot of our organizations that support us like to hire the MCWT scholarship recipients, if they're the best candidate, of course. And then along with that, so many of our scholarship recipients have ended up with jobs with these organizations. So we've seen that whole life cycle approach. We've seen girls that have come through our middle school, high school programming that have gotten a scholarship. They come back and speak at our fundraising events. We used to have a golf classic here as a primary fundraiser. They would come and speak to how MCWT has helped them along that career. And then the career and leadership, the giving back component is huge. Our volunteers organizing these events and the networking opportunities. One of the primary reasons for us getting involved in this Grand Rapids Giving Day, this amazing opportunity, for nonprofits is to help increase our awareness and help increase our programming for that networking opportunity, to allow professionals in that career realm to, be able to expand their networks, to find people that are along that same path, or even to help them for people re-entering the workforce. We have a program called Reignite that allows women re-entering the workforce to be able to go through a training program that can help them head down that career path again.
Very cool. Very cool. And how did you guys hear about GR Giving Day, and what is the involvement and what is the hope behind GR Giving Day?
I heard about it from Karen, so.
We have another amazing team lead, Michelle Barrissey, ended up connecting me with Erica. And I had no clue what this was going to be about. But we met with Erica virtually, and she was telling us about the programming. And I thought, this is amazing to work with other nonprofits to promote and work together alongside each other is an amazing opportunity. And we also, as we were looking at growing in the area, letting other people know about MCWT, know what we do, and that we're here to help support them along their mission and their endeavors.
That's really cool. So awareness is a big goal. Yeah, because I didn't know, and before you guys came on, I did a bunch of research beforehand, and I was like, this is amazing. I showed my wife and was like, you got to check this out for our daughter. This is awesome, So
And that's why we're here.
yeah, exactly.
We had a coffee event last week, and just a casual networking event, and I think almost half the people there had never heard of us before and somehow stumbled on us, and were so excited to be involved and have a group that was for them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I haven't seen a group like this before in Grand Rapids, so I'm excited to see if I can get involved myself. Is there a website that someone who's listening can go to?
Yes, they can go to mcwt.org. That's our primary landing page. Real simple. You can navigate along the programs page. You can learn about our K-12 programming, about our university programming, and then again about our career and leadership programming.
There's LinkedIn pages, there's
Yes.
Facebook pages.
Yep.
Lots of ways to engage then. Nice. How could like an employer, so get engaged? Is there a way? You mentioned internship opportunities. Is that also something that they could say, hey, I wanna actually get engaged with you guys?
Most definitely.
I'll let Drew kind of speak to that a little bit because they've recently come on as a sponsor.
Yeah, I was going to say
organization.
there's a lot of different ways that you could sponsor different events if you want to. You can host different events. You can have internship programs at your company, which we do. I think all of those at our company. Lots of different ways that you can get engaged with it, and a lot of different levels of comfort, if you will, that you want to get engaged at.
Nice. And how is your company getting involved? Like at what levels?
We have been sponsors, and I have been hosting and volunteering every step of the way I can at any point I can. And we have had internship programs at our company as well.
Really cool.
All three. So
That is awesome.
big advocates of it. We're always looking for female developers. So
That's really cool. Yeah. They added such a unique perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely do. My background's software engineering, so it's near and dear to my heart to add, team members that have diversity of thought, and that's pretty cool that what you're doing here. So, is there any other things you guys would like to add that you want to talk about on the podcast with GR Giving Day, as well as you guys' mission and vision? Because it's pretty clear, and I'm pretty excited about it.
Well, like you said, one of the biggest things for us is just the awareness piece, making sure people are aware we're here. Whether GR Giving Day raises lots of funds to help the community out, or whether the people just are aware this program's available for them, or that program's available for their daughters and they can get involved.
Yes.
Reach out to us, talk to us. We're here to help. So.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, by the way, what does the future hold? What is the next couple of years? Is there any specific initiatives or new things that you're hoping to push out there?
It's great that you asked that, because one of the things that we've tried to do a little bit better, or are trying to do a little bit better in the Grand Rapids area, is that college university component. There are so many programs here in the Grand Rapids area that are focusing on IT career fields. And a lot of times those students, they'll have women groups, or they'll have technology clubs that the students can be a part of, but getting into those organizations. So we have provided what's called Connect Nets, or meetups, which are opportunities where we put together panels and boards of speakers, CIOs, CISOs, people that can speak to that career path that they've gone up. And a lot of times as you're in that college, heading down your path, understanding what the journey is like, that there will be ups and downs, learning how important networking is. So one of the focuses with funds that are raised from this is that we're going to increase that university programming, try and create those meetups. And we like to stream what we do here in Grand Rapids live so that other universities and colleges throughout Michigan, because our organization focuses on the entire state and trying to bring that talent and keep that talent here in Michigan. So that's one of the opportunities. The other one is, as Rob mentioned, the coffee that we had last week that his organization helped us with, giving those casual meetup networking opportunities where people that may know or not know about our organization can learn more about it and can meet people within the industry here within the Grand Rapids area.
Very cool.
We like to have fun too.
Yeah,
when we
it
do
sounds
these
like
events.
it. Yeah, I mean, we building
We have
robots.
coffees. We may have had a happy hour or two. We've had golf outings. Some of the upcoming events we're thinking about, maybe a wine and cheese event, maybe a pickleball tournament, maybe a walkathon. I mean, all kinds of great possibilities.
But wine and cheese event, not with the middle schoolers.
Might be geared towards a little bit older crowd.
That may be the second half.
That's good. So, and by the way, Michigan Council of Women in Technology, is that started somewhere else in Michigan, I assume?
Yeah, it started out in Southeast Michigan.
Southeast.
And grew pretty big out there. Expanded into Lansing. And then we brought them into Grand Rapids. And I think we did such a good job, they started replicating what we were doing around the rest of the states.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Now Midland,
They
Lansing, Jackson.
That is one thing that, as we looked at, part of my new role is that I'm managing the regional and geographic expansion. So as we've been growing, the West Michigan team has kind of been the model for everyone, and they've kind of taken on these new regions because the only area that had a team was in the Grand Rapids area. So we've kind of taken what they've done and put it together and started to grow in other areas. We've grown in, we've got a team together in the Lansing area, Jackson, we're in Ann Arbor, we're in the Great Lakes Bay region. We just put together a Southeast Michigan team, which sounds weird because our organization is out there, but we didn't actually have a team of people that coordinated and planned those events. And then we're hoping to get in the Kalamazoo area in the 2025 year. So
Very cool.
the team here does an amazing job, and we've kind of taken what they've done and marketed it in a way that other teams can work independently.
That's awesome. Very cool. Well, if for those that are listening, get involved with MCWT because it sounds like an amazing organization. Go to the website, like we talked about, see if you can get involved in multiple different ways, whether you're an organization, individual person, or you're a parent, and you've got a daughter or like me, So, yeah, it sounds like an amazing organization, and I'm excited for you guys. Do you have a goal for GR Giving Day that you guys want to see if you can achieve, other than awareness?
Of course, there's also a financial goal. We are hoping, I know the main goal for the Grand Rapids Giving Day is to raise $250,000, and there's 50 nonprofits. I'm really looking forward to networking and working with the other nonprofits. But our goal is to hopefully raise funds to help make that overall arching goal for all of the nonprofits.
Awesome.
We're going to work with our marketing person to kind of help cross-promote. The great thing is that there's a lot of people that aren't living in the Grand Rapids area that might work in the Grand Rapids area or that may not hear about it, but through that cross-promotion, we can let them know everything that's going on here and hopefully help support this area.
Fantastic. Cool. Well, thank you guys for your time. Really appreciate it. It was great having a conversation. So
Likewise. Thanks for
you.
having us on.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Bye-bye now.